Welcome back, everyone, to Let's Play Supreme Ruler Ultimate, episode number 37, I think. It's been a while since my last recording, unfortunately. There's one comment I'd like to read from our usual commenter, I guess, political activist, perhaps we could say, Thaddeus Tabman, Senator of Texas. During a break from hearings, I had a chance to speak with Admiral Arleigh Burke concerning the Navy's ability to project power and protect supply lines. I was assured that the Maoist naval forces are on the ropes, but some concern was noted with the lack of deployed naval forces in the Atlantic to keep the Russians in check, to keep check on the Russians. So this is kind of an interesting point. I think that it's a valid one, even. My strategy, it brings up at least my a platform for me to talk about my strategy. My strategy with the Soviet Union is this. Do not declare war on them. Do not declare war on them. Wait for them to declare war on us. And, I mean, this is ideal. There could be circumstances which, eventually compel us to declare war on them. But if they can declare war on us, that means that UK and France should come to our rescue. I mean, I don't really know if we need it, but they should come to our aid, assistance at least. And these are the myriad of different ships. I mean, look at this one. Nice little submarine there. We got a lot of NATO forces that are kind of prowling the waters here. And this is what I exactly expect and even hope for. Even, it looks like the Canadian naval forces should be assisting off of Massachusetts, off of Maine, east of our northeastern seaboard. So this is what I'm relying on to dampen any aggression from naval forces of the USSR. Now this is obviously not, we don't really have the same kind of protection, obviously, in the Pacific. We're kind of the lone gunman out here. We have the most powerful naval force in the game, in the world. I mean, if this is not a game, but Japan, Korea, these places, Taiwan, Philippines, none of these are really going to contribute much in terms of naval forces. Basically, Japan's only contributing whatever we sell them. Now, that's a really compelling reason for us to sell a lot more stuff to Japan. In fact, I probably will reevaluate our destroyer situation at the end of this war and consider making some exchanges with Japan. It's in our best interest. Okay, so that said, I don't think what we're going to do right now, I haven't spent the time to allocate more forces to our Atlantic fleet. The only thing I had done so far is actually start gearing up the bigger presence of military on the west coast, of all places. Now, as far as landing ships go, I believe that these will almost exclusively be needed on the west coast in the Pacific because I can't see us needing to land amphibiously anywhere in the Soviet Union. It seems like it'd be more trouble than it's worth if we look at the... Wow, the terrain map mode has not loaded, apparently. Give that a moment. It's weird, I'm like, everything's a little bit slow today. Okay, unless it had loaded and it was all white, which may, in fact, have been the case. Wow, the game runs very slow when you're trying to do this. Okay, let's try this now. Good, this is better. So we have the capability of getting anywhere over here, but the question is, what will that accomplish for us? There's very little in the way of... I mean, I guess we can sort by population here. There's very little in the way of population, as you'd expect, near the Arctic Circle. So it's possible for us to get there. I mean, I guess they don't model it as being frozen over. Yeah, December, so if any time it would be frozen, it would be now. Well, that's just something to think about. Anyways, so we've done our normal preamble, introductory talk. What is going to go on this episode? Well, we've kind of gotten to the point where I want to be in the South. I would like to take as much of this as possible, frankly, but we're running into this problem now where basically if we go any further, we start just liberating Laos, even though it's a destroyed government. So I'm not interested in... That doesn't benefit me. I don't know. Laos will eventually own this, but I want them to be they're NATO aligned. Actually, we're allied, so it's actually okay if we take that stuff. In fact, Well, the only problem is then Laos might end up controlling too much stuff. And I don't know, this is a tough call. I guess we'll just start moving in. In fact, the NATO allies themselves are probably going to be the ones who move in and start freeing all the Laos territory. The only thing I could do maybe is get a ranger to go conquer this one place that's currently Chinese, and it would definitely fall to Thailand anyway, but it's just annoying me, so we're going to go do that. And we're basically going to leave the south alone. So the focus again is all back up on the north. And to facilitate this, we can even start repairing or utilizing some of the forward air bases. So if we do this, we can actually see where the air bases are. And we want to see which one of them are operational or not. I guess we can just rest our cursor. So this one's pretty operational. We could probably get away with repairing the Anshan one. 2 air bases down here. Dalian. Oh, it looks in fantastic shape. So this is first order of business will absolutely be to repair this airfield. Resume construction. And this one's destroyed, so we won't bother with that one. Anshan, we have Shenyang. Let's take a look at these. Very bad shape. This one's okay, I thought, right? Yeah. So maybe Anshan should be the next one. Just building up the infrastructure for our eventual push on Beijing. I think this is worthwhile, so we'll just go ahead and do that construction as well. Okay, so 4 is going to just do a bombing mission out here. We don't know exactly what they're going for yet, but they're going to move out that way. 5 is going to move this way. And we're going to begin our pushes. So 6, everyone here, because we've been so focused on the south, is like completely regenerated, which is great. So let's push towards Daking, and again, this Chichihar is our ultimate goal. Actually, I might just get 6 to be on station. No, okay, we'll get 4 to be on station. Oh, that was 5. So 4 and 5 can overfly. Well, I mean, I guess we should do it this way. It doesn't matter. And then 7 is the one which is going to go north. And eventually we'll probably rebase somewhere north. But let's just get these guys to support the attack, which we're going to make on that side. So that's what we want to do. Let's unpause. And actually, I didn't even give orders yet. But now it's the time to actually push. So we have limited... I think that this is... We'll wait for the bombing crews to come in, but... I think we actually have this area open to us. Falling back here. Let's get some supply over to these guys. Good. That's been retaken. Wait for the bombers to come in otherwise. Okay, so 4, 5, 6. This is 6. 6 is about to annihilate these guys. Fantastic. Actually, I might call their support up here, even though 5 is at... Okay. 5 is headed there already, so 6. Let's move back this way. Let's make our push. Whoops. Just the ground forces. So if there happens to be anybody here... Wow. That's very effective. Oh, yeah. And there are. Okay. Let's get the ground forces. Keep pushing. And we'll get this anti-aircraft gun to just kind of hold the line. Make sure we are supplied. Push everyone forward. We had some units cut off here. Let's go support them. And this is actually a lot of units were already used up on this, but let's make this push. Make this push down. Supply is the big issue here. We're going to move our artillery forward. And how are we doing here? So we've kind of reached the end of where we want to be here. We don't really need to push any further. We'll hold this town. So I'll pull out everybody except for 2 of the troops just to hold the line, and they'll all head up north or south. I guess south, actually. So we're going to want a big push on Beijing. And this is the main road which comes in. I guess we can just hold... I don't know where the best place to hold is. Maybe even just here, because this is the road area that we want to keep intact. Like Chaoyang might be the place we hold in order to make our push to Beijing. We probably won't go to Shanghai. I don't think there's any reason to. Because Beijing, once it falls, hopefully will be enough to secure us victory. And we might end up pulling our supply troops to the south there. Okay, these guys are both ready. Let's get them to the south. It's a pretty amateur. So 4 is still standing by. There's an AF. Let's just have them. Let's have 4 land at this airfield for now. There's some. I see. There's some Korean forces already here. I see. Come on, make your move. Give these guys a target. Oh, they just conquered it. Whoops. Didn't expect that to happen. It just rolled right through. All right, what group is this from? 5, 6. So 6 is based here. Wow, just go back and resupply then. 5 is here. Okay. There's no target for them right now, so we'll send 5 back as well. And 4 has landed there temporarily. They're going to be involved in this attack on Tangshan. Although, actually, we don't want to kill Tangshan too quickly. I'm surprised that they still have a lot of militia forces. It's a little impressive to me that they're able to muster this number of forces. So we'll stick probably 1 Conqueror in Chaoyang. Maybe 1 Ranger as well. And just call that good enough. Yeah, there's no supply here whatsoever. So we're actually going to want to retreat. As soon as we do some damage to this. I want to pull forward to attack him so he doesn't retreat. Okay, and that should be enough supply. Okay, by the way, we have 4 is ready to go, so let's pull out 4. Not really moving up here. What did 7 do? Okay, let's get 7 back on station. I don't even know what they did. But let's just pull forward. Let's just charge. Charge! This is a very weak unit. Just bomb. Just blow through them. Yeah, that was good. That worked well. There we go. We conquered. Okay, lost supply. I wish they showed you where that was. Petroleum, not at a great rate, but it's Ireland, so, you know. Where did this supply? Okay, the supply is obvious then.
We need reinforcements.
And we have a request for reinforcements. Oh, yeah. I don't think we're going to have any problems here. Just move forward and attack them. We should get the best of them, frankly. Yeah. Keep pushing. Alright, they retreated, it's fine. Okay, so this is where 4 should be making its assault now. Helping those units. Get these guys to roll forward as well. Lots of units rolling forward. This is great. Supply, just want to make sure we don't outrun supply too much. Wow, Tangshan has a big garrison, so we'll probably have, let's call 5 out. 7. Just decimate all the forces here so we can keep moving. I'm pushing everyone forward. And down here, we're encountering some forces. Move them up so we can attack. One more if you don't mind. So we should be able to get this guy then. A few more hits. Good. Tangshan appears to be vacant, so let's go ahead and take it while we have bombers in the area, especially. 4 ready to react. We could just send 4 up so they could eliminate these guys, and we're closing in on Beijing, just like that. Definitely want supply forces here. I think we have some supply trucks. Good. Let's get these guys in. And I know that I was gonna leave some people here. Let's actually get everyone except for you, you, and move you forward as well. And this whole group 4 is gonna converge on that city, which we'll actually see in a moment. Yeah, very good. Alright, fantastic. That's what I was going for, essentially. Utter domination of the city. It's ours. Let's get the air assets. There's really little to be done. So, we'll get 4 to move back. Are we repairing this one? No, but we ought to. Are we repairing this one? Well, this one's vacant, so let's use that one instead. Lots of need supply to move forward there. But this is, I hope this is it. I think this should be the final push. We'll wait for supply to trickle up there. Do you want to take this territory? Why leave it just vacant like that, right? Okay. I mean, I know we should be doing little minor things to improve the situation in other areas, but basically all eyes are on this push to Beijing. And so it's nice that the Koreans are using our own supply trucks to help us. Ah, that's a little bold. And it looks like... yeah, so there may even be a bit of supply coming in here. Not much, but it's fine. I mean, just a very, very little is... all we need is enough to keep these guys supplied. And we've done it, right? We've held... I mean, just... it's kind of, again, you think about this. Imagine this kind of D-Day situation. It was kind of a fun thing to do, and it worked really well. Alright, so as soon as we get some supply up here... Speaking of, we have some supply trucks. Let's just get both of them over here. And this entire force should move south, though. In fact, not both. I take it back. We want one in the south. 5 is here? Okay, well, let's get 5 to make an attack there. Apparently they're already on station. Oh, there is some... ooh, okay. We have this unit, and we also have this unit. I think I'm going to pull up these Delta Darts. No, wait, we probably have other ones. These are our reserve... what is 7? Actually, I think 7 should either move forward, or we might just have to use them in another way. Where are my other Delta Darts? Here we go. I mean, we have other stuff here, but let me just collect the Delta Darts. There's 3 of them. That's fantastic. We got these guys to move forward slowly. We'll get them over here eventually. Waiting for supply. Waiting for supply. Oh, this is going to be a good one. So we're just going to basically stock up a big push, and then make that big push, and then that should be Beijing, and hopefully game over. For the Chinese, at least. And then that might have to be an early end to this episode, just because who knows if the... I don't know how it'll work with the... that might be the moment where... okay, that looks like we're going to be able to take that pretty quickly. That might be the moment where we have to switch to China. Supplies trickling in, trickling in. Enemy units approaching base. Yeah, we already solved that one. Okay, and continue to take industrial goods. I have no idea how our money situation's going right now. 6-6. Looks like we're okay. Let's just make sure we have a stockpile of everything. Things aren't too terrible. Petroleum is still fine. You can see it's starting to climb. Coal will eventually also climb, but agriculture is always the funny one. It's just crazy how much it climbs up. 9 and 9. Metal ore is very expensive right now. And we're still producing. We have a very, I would say just still a very small stockpile of uranium. We'll probably have to improve this eventually. Military goods, we're using less than we're producing, supposedly. Have a decent stockpile. That's good. They are very expensive right now, but that makes sense at times of war. And consumer goods, our main production, our main money maker, still making money. It appears. Industrial goods, we're basically even. Are we not getting enough even? Huh? We're actually not getting enough. Okay. So who is the big Switzerland? UK. Oh, Japan. Japan actually produces a lot of this somehow. Let's see if they have excess. Because, hey, we have good relations with Japan. They have, yeah. Let's see if we can just get an agreement to buy some of theirs. Oh, wow. Why are we offering so little? I don't know, but we'll take it. Nice. Okay, so let's just keep this push going. Wait for supply, wait for supply. We're almost there. Slowly but steadily. Okay, good, good, good. Just gonna push the supply here. There's nothing for them to generate supply over here. The only reason why they're taking the territory is because... oh, does AA also not conquer? Okay, good to know. Let's have another attack run on Tianjin. This might be the last of them. I feel like we're just gonna end up holding where we are in the north. Like, we're just waiting for the war to end, right? And this is the big push we want. Here comes the big bombing campaign. We have 2 forces ready to pounce if this goes very well. Yeah, it's going to go very well. Alright, push on in. There it is. Tianjin has been taken by the American forces. That's the last major city between us and Beijing. Next up, Beijing. Although, we would like some follow-up bombing campaigns over here. How does Tianjin's... Yeah, they're... Like the airbase? Where is the airbase? I think Shan has the airbase. It was okay. Alright, let's do a bombing campaign. Let's... Oh, wow. What's going on here? Alright, well, let's go attack this unit. Has the misfortune to be in my way. It's very strange. So they're attacking again. Why did we lose that one little hex? Alright, let's make this push now. Did I hear aircraft, or what was that? Leave one behind, just make sure we continue our supply. These guys want a target, so let's give them a target. Something to do, right? Hearing a lot of action somewhere, probably in the south. Yeah, it looks like in the south. I think those are ships. There we go. That's what I wanted. Got him. Jeez, that was quick. And that's going to keep us busy. Okay. 5 has done its duty. Yeah, this is far away now. And let's get the Delta Darts to move forward. I'm going to move them here, but you know what? Actually, 5 is going to relocate here. These guys just need to get in, momentarily resupply, and then they can get to the front. This one's not in great shape. 4. Okay, so let's move them here. Oh, wow, we're being bombarded even. Okay, well, let's move... Just take this territory. Keep propagating supply. There's our supply forces. Move them all forward. Move these guys forward. They're taking territory back. We're not careful here. 5. Oh, 5's in position, but 6, let's get 6 to attack because they haven't done anything for a while. Nice movement. Good job. Just have this one little area here. Let's get some poor ranger to take that back. The rest of them eventually will do something as well. Ooh! Oh ho ho! Oh my friends, you have picked the wrong time. Got him. Ling Fong, about to fall. Wow. Okay, move in. Okay, we actually have this issue again where it's like, don't move too fast. We don't want to lose supply. We know there's units in here somewhere, so we're just going to kind of push on them. Yep, just like that. Okay. Ah! No, no further. Stay. Bad. Move back. Pull back. 4, 5 just began their run. 6 is returning. No, 5 is ready. Okay, so 5 will move them up. So now we begin the carpet bombing of Beijing. And although the artillery is going to suck up a ton of supply doing this, let's get everyone forward. A lot of units here that actually... Okay, let's move forward. Let's move 1 unit forward here. That was extremely devastating already. Another wave comes in. Okay, Tongshin is ours. Chongping is ours. Like we still even have one still on station. Let's go take out this German force. East German, I should say. You can't find a way around. We're blocking them on every side. 4 is ready. 5. 4 is really, really ready. Okay, this is it. So, all of our waiting has been for this moment. I'm going to push everyone forward, prepare for the big attack. It looks like we have enough supply here. 17%, I hope that's enough. Really do want to get some artillery. Where do we have some artillery kicking around? Like, I want some artillery, even like 2 of them to move down here so we can defend this better. Oh god, they're going to move through the city. Okay, well that's it. The order has been given. It was not the right time necessarily, but we're moving in. This is fine. Backup can stay. Let's move 1 here. 1 here. And the artillery should move forward. Okay, go on in. And there's Beijing. Move our tanks forward. We'll move 5 in as well. Here it comes. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Get 6 in as well. Oh, they did it again. Didn't even... Ah, well, it's too late. We didn't respond to this one quickly enough. Neutral fire. Okay, where's this? Oh, interesting. Oh, interesting. We would take neutral fire our aircraft, actually. Well, let's send this guy back home then, just to repair. heard that one this time. I mean, we didn't watch the just absolute destruction of Beijing, but 29%, not great. Territorial incursion. This should have just happened. Ignore this, but there should have been, yeah, there it is. So 2 is ready to fly. Let's look at their flight pattern. Let's go for it. I think they're going to be going north eventually. Ah, so we can't get there in time. Okay, fine. Return. All right. Yes, yes, and yes. They are requesting rubber. Interesting. And we continue to support Spain. Whoops. That's not where I want to be. All right, so this is it. The big push. I guess we can move in now.
We took their capital.
So let's see what happened now. Beijing has fallen. Their military approval rating is still almost 50%. Their domestic approval is not great. That might mean they have a new capital we have to take. We took only not even 200 million from them. Ignore this. We saw that. I'm sure that there's been plenty of places where we lost supply. All right, well that's the capital. I mean, that's Beijing. And holy cow, it's done! 3 cheers! 3 cheers! Well, I want to either liberate them. I think I want to colonize them and then release them, because that means they'll be my ally. So I'm going to try that. Or I have to annex and then release them. So let's colonize them. Colonize. And then we'll release them directly. And how did it work here? Wonderful. We got all of the territory. Okay, fantastic. All right. Oh, wow. Okay, this is great. Very, 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 very good. So Thailand has absorbed everything. And you know what? Maybe we're okay with this. This is now a united Southeastern Asia. All under a loyal government, albeit a dictatorship. But a loyal government nonetheless in Thailand. And then this territory here, we're definitely just going to be releasing these things. Like, what is this? So, North Vietnam, the communist country that it normally is, will be released, and so will Laos. These will both be released. In fact, we can do this immediately. Double click. Close. So. Wait, I want to. Okay. Embassy. I thought I'd do this by severe actions. They're not gone yet? They're exiled. I thought I'm able to release them from here. Yeah, so Laos is friendly. No, it should be a severe action. Maybe I have to wait a little bit. So let's wait a little bit for the game to process our victory. We can kind of blindly just start pulling forces out. Let's do this only for land forces. It's still a lot of land forces. Fantastic. Okay, so China will release as a puppet, by the way. We want to actually start improving relationships with them right away. I think we can just do it immediately. Can we do it immediately? Yes, this is what I want. I want to liberate this colony. All right. And now I need to improve relations with them. They should be a democracy. They are. So we want to improve relations with them as fast as possible. I should probably pull my troops out first, but they've been liberated. We're in cordial, and let's immediately start seeing what we can do with them. No, they're not. Okay, so no alliance yet. But it looks like they may be favorable to everything but that. Yeah. So let's go ahead and do this. all of our land units. Pull them back to Korea. All of our land units. Land units. Pull them back to Korea. And what is this? What territory is this? Because we don't want this. Inner Mongolia. Okay, well, let's release that as well. Ah, release land loyal to this nation. That's what I wanted. They are hostile, though. Does it work? Oh, good. They're cordial. Okay, good. So let's improve relations. And will they go with all the things? I think we can persuade them to do this. Oh, no, they say no. Let's find out where it drops. Okay, let's just do this for now. We'll give them money. Okay, we'll give you some money for these things. Eventually we'll be friends. I hope. Let's actually sort by nation color for now. Battle zones. Which one is it? Have ownership? I think no, I can do it this way though. Yeah. This is fine. Okay, so this is actually the relationships with us, I think. Yeah, and they're friendly. Good. So look at this huge swath of territory that we've won for NATO, in a way, at least. So we're expecting that because these guys are democracies, and I mean, we're just expecting that this is going to go very well for us. Now, I think I was not looking in the right place when I was trying to do this before, so let's also release North Vietnam. There it is. All right. Fantastic. So this is going to cost us a lot of money, but try to do these agreements as fast as possible so that before they are persuaded not to do that with us. Here's some money to get you on your feet. My God, when are they going to accept? Okay, that's a lot of money, but fine, we'll do it. They are going to need a lot to repair their country, so you know, it's not too surprising, frankly. And the Laos should not be a problem at all. Very good. I don't know why they're neutral. Should be friendly. Support their government. In a little while, we're going to have to... I think we can go right to a formal alliance, yeah. Okay, good. Can't get there with North Vietnam yet, but this is amazing. Obviously, this is a huge turnaround for NATO. China, now American territory, essentially. I would say ostensibly an extension of NATO. Not quite, but it will be soon. And we're doing our best to influence all these different governments. Enemy falls. One of our enemies, China, was today eliminated. The last remnants of their central government have fled. So liberation. We've liberated the Chinese people. And now, what remains to be seen is how are everyone else going to react. Now, the one problem is that China is hated by almost everyone in NATO. In fact, they're hated by almost everyone in the world. So this will be kind of a little interesting to see if we can get them into NATO. Oh, never mind. They're just straight up NATO aligned. I forgot that when we release them, they become NATO aligned. So it doesn't even matter. They can't oppose us. This is fantastic. Even though they will be fighting their closest friends, they're now NATO aligned. And that's the biggest thing we wanted, was to get NATO aligned. So we're getting these agreements back. Yeah, this is great. So we'll take off this thing. I guess we'll leave on the Empire thing just to know what we're selecting. Doesn't matter too much. So they have not accepted that agreement yet. I guess that was down here. Yeah, so this formal alliance is not what they want yet. But let's see if we can get full... Yeah, we can get every... Oh, okay, line of sight is where they draw the line. Interesting. Okay. We'll continue to work on them. Slowly become better friends. Laos is going to accept. There they did. So Laos, so China accepted and Laos accepted. Fantastic. Okay, so let's work on China again now. What is it going to take for you to form an alliance? I don't know. Like now we're happy. Everyone's happy. Everyone's happy here. It's a big happy family. And we're going to be supporting them. So we'll just have to figure out some things we can buy from them. I think agriculture might be one thing we can do. New alliance to form, Laos and the United States. Yep, that makes sense. We should also be working on Inner Mongolia. They will do this, but they won't do line of sight the same way? No. Actually, they'll do no missile defense. No, what was it? Mutual defense. That's what they won't do. Okay, so let's work on these things little by little. Can be an expensive time for the American government, but victory is not cheap. Defeat is just more expensive still. So, and this is great. I mean, this is kind of funny. We have these German forces, Eastern German forces, basically infiltrating, trying to go home now as well. Let's get you guys to come back to Korea. Yeah, come back here, for example. But we are able to, if we ever want, to base in China now. And China's now up to friendly. That's fantastic. So they're NATO aligned. We don't need them to be an ally yet, but we'll work towards that. Hope that one day they will. Good. So all these things are coming true. And this is great. So this entire, I mean, this is just crazy to think that this entire area is now a NATO block. It's not Warsaw block, it's NATO block. Anyways, I feel like this is a pretty good place to call this video to a close. One, I actually want to solicit your input. Like, I don't know what kind of things I'm supposed to be doing now that... I mean, this all worked perfectly, and the great news is we won't have to deal with Stalingrad. But let's take a look at the final casualties before we conclude. So final casualties is we only took 62 unit deaths. Now, we were up to 31,000. I think last time I checked we were at 24 or so. So we did suffer a few more defeats. China now only has a military of less than 200,000. And they have suffered over 1 million in casualties. They lost almost 2,000. One of the good things about this is that... let's go to units destroyed. So Poland lost 131 units in this. I was going to say, I think that some Warsaw Pact units were actually destroyed in this process as well. Yeah, Yugoslavia sent 55. USSR has lost only 39. Still not that many. East Germany lost 39 as well. West Germany, 18. Why are they trying to send them into Stalingrad, perhaps? Turkey lost 21, even. Anyway, so still the worst off is France, but China's now an ally, but wasn't at the time. Second. UK, because of the Leningrad thing. Both of the France and the United Kingdom from the Leningrad thing. That's just insane. 2,200 units. And a lot of this stuff probably due to just merchant marine movement. So the next up for us is the USSR. But the good news is we can actually go back and devote some time to research. Now, some of our research got knocked out. Probably stuff that we want to continue. So I don't want to deprioritize the M103A2, but it looks like that is a must. Especially now that we're at peace, we can wait a little. I think we can afford to wait a little bit longer for our main text to kick in. And once that those are in, so we'll do one more day here. I mean, we can probably go up to the fastest speed now, which is great. So now let's put the M103A2 back in, and the missile should be towards the top. Yeah. Let's put the Atlas back in the queue as well. So those will be the next ones we do. CT scan imaging is just going to do this healthcare stuff. Probably comes at a good time. We have to rebalance. I mean, we got to really think about everything from the government standpoint. The people are not very happy. Our current domestic approval is under 30%, which we don't like. Don't like to see that at all. So the good news is that internationally we've... What? Interesting. Is there a reason why that would happen? scares me. Let's try to remove some of the filters to hopefully speed the game up a little bit. And oh yeah, our Navy can stand down as well. Navy, our Air Force, all these patrols that we have still going around. Be interesting to see what the Soviet forces do. Like, look at all these forces just able to move in, do whatever they want now. Ah, it's amazing. So we'll wait for supply to trickle to these folks, or we can get an airplane over to help them with the situation. But as I said, this is a good place to wrap this episode up. What a fantastic video. We did it. We've done it. And now we no longer have to fear the Chinese. They've become an ally, just like that. See how long. We'll see how that plays out for us. I'm kind of not sure what that means. What will it mean for us? We still need to continue to pursue the diplomatic side of things. Yes. And we'll look at the economy now. I mean, there's a lot of stuff we got to catch up on. So Mongolia is still NATO, or still, this is really funny. Mongolia is Warsaw Pact, but right across the way, Inner Mongolia is now NATO Pact. And I don't think we have any territory. Let's make sure that this is the case. I don't think we have any territory over here anymore. We gave it all away. So this is perfect. This is exactly what we want to do. We basically are allowing everyone to govern themselves still. The irony of this is, again, that Thailand, who's inherited a lot of the territory here, is a dictatorship. It would be kind of a lot of work for me to go into Thailand and force them to release some of these places that they should. Wait, what? Yeah, so this is loyal to Laos. And this will be loyal to Vietnam. And, you know, there's a lot of these places that I'm actually still fine with Thailand controlling it for now. They're a good ally, and it actually simplifies things a little bit, I'd say. So, okay, for now, I'll wrap it up. Again, if you have any advice, if I'm missing something, if I forgot to do a treaty or something with someone, let me know so I can try to fix that by the next video. Non-aggression pact, let's try to do that. Stuff like this. Who's this? Inner Mongolia? How much money do they want? Just throwing our money away. Probably need to go by bigger amounts. 143, not bad. China. I mean, the more little agreements we do, it's still better, because everything that you propose and they agree to, improves relationships. So we should, I mean, I guess we only have left. Yeah, let's start looking at agriculture here. I think that they have a big agriculture. Agriculture, we have 2.6, they have 9.2. Yeah, so we'll do some kind of 90-day thing to get more agriculture for them at the what is actually going to be considered pretty low prices. And that is not low prices, but we'll do it. Click, clink. That's a big check. So blank check for China to start funding their repair process, which you have to imagine might be bankrupting them. So, and there it is. It's the money decrease, and we'll call this video to a close. So thanks for watching, and until the next one, take care.